Hey YouTube, this is VidHead85. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode here. I am looking at a video where I'm just like, According to Parent Portfolio, I think it's rage bait, but you know what? Listen for a little while here. Because you know what? When you become an adult, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became an adult, I cast off childish things. Well, I mean, Paul can say that, they didn't have cable or Wi-Fi. But according to Parent Portfolio via MSN, these are 12 things that were meant for kids, but adults hijack them and ruin them. Let's go and look at what number 1 is. The writer acts as if comic books have only ever been for kids, with carefree characters and life lessons akin to Barney. However, comics have paralleled the real world and issues that people face today. The world has changed in many ways, and kids learn about topics earlier. And parents are supposed to facilitate a conversation, not lay down the law and say, no. Comic books can be a way for us to speak about a topic in a way that would make us think critically and openly. Close enough to make us think, but far enough to possibly be neutral. I'm glad people have cast off the "it's for kids" mantra to enjoy themselves and their comic books. I was never a big gamer, but I love Mario Maker and Super Mario 3. And there are some people that like Apex and Overwatch and are aggressive players, but they enjoy it and it passes the time for them. I fail to understand why me buying a game takes enjoyment away from little Susie playing whatever she wants to play. I want to go to Canada's Wonderland. I want to go to Splash Lagoon and Cedar Point. I love the atmosphere of theme parks because, for me, it's a place that's open to everyone, like Disney, but less expensive. Packing up the car with sandwiches and cold cuts, pop and chips, and heading out with grandma with a camera permanently attached to her like she was ready to unleash it at a moment's notice. As an adult, I can remember this, and not only go during June when school is about to be over. Some shows I grew up and have really fond memories of are Garfield, Bobby's World, Eek the Cat. As well-meaning as he was a disaster. Arthur, Funky Cops that were a coded gay couple, and Life with Louie. I remember Louie because he was a fat kid with few friends that didn't have a lot of money, but had a lot of siblings. I still find them on YouTube and watch them today because they bring me joy. Adults haven't ruined animated TV shows with things like Rick and Morty or BoJack Horseman. I think it was great that people realized that cartoons didn't always have to be made for kids. I remember having toys as a kid, Matchbox cars, Legos, and all that stuff. And I also remember having a chess set after I got hooked in like 6th grade and began to counter the Queen Bishop 3-move checkmate with gusto. I actually saw some toy soldiers in Canada, and I wished I could have and absolutely love seeing retro things, toys and things. But the writer laments here that the collectors and adults have driven toy prices up for kids. No, that's the company and capitalism. Try again. This one is a reach for me because there are all kinds of coloring books from simple to very ornate ones like puzzles. As a kid, I got so many that we would have to have us find the odd one out and differences between two pictures or have some kind of learning component. Some were even popular shows like Family Matters. Coloring books help us to focus and relax and also help foster creativity. The writer isn't fond of adults coloring because reasons? Yeah, I'm not repeating myself on this one. I always wish we had enough games for a board game night, but in my family we played card games like Spades, Rummy 5000, and while it was competitive, it was still fun for us. And by this time, I'm a teenager slash adult, so when I learned these games, board games, said the writer, was for family fun until adults made it all about winning because they're adults. Yeah, this writer has been on thin ice for a few points now. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, let's say adults ruin playground equipment because they use the monkey bars for pull ups rather than having their kid reach them and run across them. Let's just say adults ruin the playground by finding inventive ways to exercise on it. Yeah, I'm not repeating myself again. So that's akin to the toy collecting portion of it, but I will say that I'm glad Legos got a second win and adapted like some landmarks, Star Trek and Star Wars figures, and all kinds of things. The writer forgets that 8 plus means that 18, over 18s are included in the plus. Yeah, so for adult coloring book, cartoon watching, pull ups on playground equipment, Lego building, toy collecting, theme park going, adults, I say continue. We forgot a lot of joy as an adult because of this crazy world, and it's amazing. But we have this world that we are trying to find a little bit of joy. And when you find something so called for kids that you enjoy, like video games or comic books, then I say you have my permission to continue enjoying it. We have to spread joy, and I refuse to let some grouchy, grinchy person tell me that I can't play a video game I bought with my own money because think of the children. Those kids have parents that are responsible for buying them the stuff that we mention here. So thank you for joining me for this rage baity article. It's hilarious to me that people think that we should gatekeep some interests. But have a great one, and I will talk to you soon.